All right, so let's get right into it. If you've ever used a generative AI tool, you totally know the feeling. You ask for something amazing, something brilliant, and what you get back is just, meh, super bland. Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to fix. We are cracking open the Playbook based on Dave Birss's fantastic prompt collection, and we're going to learn how to see C.R.E.A.T.E, prompts that actually get you what you want. So here's the game plan. We'll start with the right mindset. Then I'll introduce you to the C.R.E.A.T.E framework. After that, we'll break down every single piece, throw in some amazing power-ups, and finally, we'll put it all together to see how it works in the real world.
All right, first things first, let's talk about that core frustration, getting those useless, generic answers, and the one simple fix that's going to change everything for you.
So, does this sound familiar? You pour all this thought into a question for your AI, and it spits back something that sounds like it came straight out of a dusty old textbook. It's just flat, generic, and totally not what you were looking for. I get it, we've all been there. But here's the thing, it's probably not the AI's fault. And that brings us to the big secret. See, most of us are treating these incredibly powerful AI tools like they're just Google, a simple search bar. But that's the wrong approach. You need to stop searching and start briefing. Think of it like this. You're talking to a super talented assistant who can do almost anything, but you have to give them a really, really good brief. Once you make that little mental shift, I promise you, the quality of what you get back is just gonna explode. Okay, so we've got the mindset down. Now you need a blueprint, right? A repeatable system. Well, that is exactly what the C.R.E.A.T.E framework is. Honestly, this thing is like a secret weapon for writing perfect AI briefs, and it works every single time. So C.R.E.A.T.E is this super simple 6-step acronym, and it's really easy to remember. You've got C for character, basically who you want the AI to be. R for request, what you actually want it to do. E for examples, showing it what good looks like. A for adjustments, telling it what to avoid. T for type of output, how you want the answer formatted. And that last E, that's for extras. Kind of the secret sauce we'll get to in a bit.
All right, so let's actually break this down. We're going to go through each of these 6 elements one by one. You'll see exactly how they stack up to turn a basic question into a seriously powerful instruction. Okay, kicking it off with C, character. This is where you tell the AI who to be. And you might be wondering, why does this even work? Well, it's pretty cool. When you give it a persona, you're basically telling it which part of its gigantic brain to use. You're forcing it to access a very specific set of knowledge. So instead of a generic one-size-fits-all answer, you get something that's filtered through a unique point of view. And this example just nails it, right? You're not just saying, hey, be a chef. You're saying, you are an expert chef with 20 years of experience and a Michelin star. That's a whole different level. That little bit of detail tells the AI to bring out the big guns, to use a voice of authority, to be creative, to tap into deep, expert knowledge. It completely changes the game. Next up is R for request. And look, I know this sounds super obvious, but this is honestly where most people go wrong. You have to be so clear. Give me a recipe is just not going to cut it. Compare that to, I want you to come up with a recipe using only the stuff I have in my fridge. And hey, before you do anything, ask me what ingredients I've got. You see the difference? One's a lazy wish, the other is a crystal clear command. Then we have E for examples. This one's huge. If you want the AI to write in a certain style or create something with a specific vibe, you gotta show it what you mean. Think of it like giving an artist a mood board. So sticking with our chef example, you could add, take your inspiration from people like Gordon Ramsay or Anne-Sophie Pick. Bam. Now the AI has guardrails. It knows the level of quality and style you're shooting for. After that comes A for adjustments. This is where you get to fine-tune everything. It's where you add your rules and, just as importantly, tell the AI what not to do. So you can say things like, hey, use imperial measurements, not metric. Or, hold on, don't give me the recipe until I've listed my ingredients. These don't do this instructions are often just as powerful as the do this ones. All right, T is for type of output. This is a simple one, but it's a lifesaver. Don't ever let the AI guess how you want the information. Tell it. Do you want a table, bullet points, a poem? You have to be specific. So for our recipe, you'd say, format this as a recipe with a title, a short description, an ingredient list, and the steps. This alone will save you so much time cutting and pasting later. And that brings us to the final E, extras. Okay, think of these as cheat codes or power-ups for your prompts. They're just a few simple phrases you can add that solve some really common headaches and just take your AI's performance to a whole new level.
Okay, so let's really get into these extras because I'm telling you, they are total game changers. We're talking about 4 simple phrases that will supercharge pretty much any prompt you can think of. Yep, just 4 of them. And what's great is that each one is designed to fix a very specific, and let's be honest, a very annoying problem that we all run into when we're trying to get AI to cooperate.
First up, ignore everything before this prompt. This is your reset button. Perfect for when you're in a long chat and want to completely change the subject. Then there's ask me questions before you answer. This one is gold. If you're not sure what info the AI needs, just use this phrase. It makes the AI prompt you for the details. How cool is that? Number 3, explain your thinking. This lets you see the logic behind the curtain, which is great for double-checking its work. And my absolute favorite, act unlike a typical AI. This is your secret weapon for getting it to break out of the box and give you something truly creative and unexpected. Okay, so now we have the mindset, briefing, not searching, and we have the C.R.E.A.T. framework. So let's put it all into practice and see the absolutely massive difference it makes. Just look at this. On the left is the before, what most of us do. Summarize this text. It's basically a search command. But on the right, that's a professional brief. That's the C.R.E.A.T.E. framework in action. You can see the elements right there. You've got C for character. You are a highly experienced writer. You've got the R for request, summarize the following text. And you have T for type of output, spelled out perfectly. A short paragraph, then a bullet point list. The results you get from these 2 prompts, they're not even in the same league. It's a night and day difference. And really, that's the whole point. That's the big takeaway here. When you use a framework like C.R.E.A.T., you stop just asking a machine questions. You start directing a powerful tool with real precision. You're giving it a professional brief, and so you're going to get professional level results back. So there you have it. The playbook is officially in your hands now. Your AI isn't just some clunky robot anymore. Think of it as your own personal team of experts, just waiting for their next assignment. So the only real question is, what are you going to brief them on next?